Hi, and welcome to this week's Friday Focus. So this week I really wanted to talk to you about your beliefs. Before I talk to you about your beliefs, we first of all need to identify and understand where a belief comes from. So a belief is a thought that you have had so many times, you have thought it so often, it now appears as a fact in your world. So I'll share with you some of my beliefs that I've been working on and releasing. But the first kind of step is becoming aware of the thoughts and the beliefs that you have in your life. Now, there are some beliefs that really serve us, that we don't want to get rid of, that we want to that is helping us create what we want to create in our life, or makes us into the type of person that we want to be. But there are some beliefs that just aren't helping us at all. They are actually creating more negativity or more stress or just more of everything in your life. So some of the beliefs that I have or I have had is I'm not clever enough. I really used to think that was a fact. I'm not clever enough. I'm not good enough. But I'm not clever enough. Because when I was at school, I couldn't prove myself in exam situations. I was in what we called then the remedials class. So I couldn't prove my capability, if you like. So I developed a belief that I wasn't clever enough. I'm not clever enough. I can't do that. I'm not clever enough. But when I actually questioned that belief and I looked at it outside of the traditional academic kind of world, I figure most things out. There's not many things that I can't figure out. I might need a bit more time, but I will always come up with a solution. I will always come up with something. I always do. I always figure it out. So why do I think I'm not clever enough? It's not true. My brain always gives me a response. It always gives me an answer. So I'm not clever enough is not a fact in the world. I'm not clever enough was a thought that I had so many times I just believed it to be true, as if that were a fact. Just so you know, I'm not clever, so I won't be able to do that. So what are your beliefs? It might be I don't have time. That was a huge one, and it still is at moments for me. I don't have time. I don't have enough time. You might say that as if it's a fact. I don't have time. But that isn't true. You have exactly the same amount of time as all the other people in the world. It's how you choose to spend it. So a lot of the time when we say I don't have time, it's because we've chosen to spend it procrastinating, scrolling on social media, doing the small easy tasks. So what we're actually doing is choosing how not to spend our time. So I don't have time is not a fact. So other beliefs might be I'm not a morning person. Or I'm a night owl. Like how many people say that? I know I said it. It's probably the next belief I'm going to address. I'm not a morning person. So then if I have to wake up in the morning early because I'm not a morning person, I'm already irritated about the fact that I have to get up early. Just because of that belief that isn't even true. I'm a person who is awake in the mornings. I am a morning person. It doesn't even make sense. And another huge one is, the glass of wine will make me feel better. The chocolate will take away the stress. Or, it's a treat or a reward. And again, that's not true. If you've had a stressful day, or what you perceive to be a stressful day, and you're saying to yourself, I just need a glass of wine to relax, that is a lie that your brain's actually telling you. For good reasons. It wants the dopamine hit, so of course it's going to tell you to drink the wine. But wine Alcohol will, yes, it numbs your emotions, but it doesn't take away the stress permanently. So actually then what's happening is you're just choosing to have an hour of numbed emotion, and it numbs all the emotions, by the way, not the good ones and the bad ones. But then the next day you're dealing with the stress, and now you've got a hangover, or now you've got a bit of a muzzy head, or you didn't quite sleep very well, or, you know, if you're reaching for chocolate, now you're dealing with the weight gain. And I really believe as well that chocolate gives you a hangover. The next day you feel shit. So now it doesn't make you feel better. Yes, you felt temporarily sated, if that's the word. You felt temporarily better, but in the long term, now you're just dealing with the stress. Only you're feeling sick, you know, you're irritable, you're putting on weight. Like, that is not making you feel better. So it's about understanding, like, what are those beliefs that I have in my head? What is that thought that feels really true? So when I say I don't have time, that feels really true, but it's not. So just being aware of what your beliefs are. Now, like I said at the beginning, there are some beliefs that we want to keep. So for example, we want to believe that child abuse is wrong. That is a belief that I want to keep. I want to choose to feel that way about child abuse. You might want to continue to believe that the rain is miserable. If it's serving you, brilliant, keep the belief. But if it's not serving you, you have an option. So this is especially interesting talking about money. You know, what are your beliefs about money? Should it be hard? Do you think money doesn't grow on trees? Like, just exploring what beliefs you have in your head and how they help you. And I think the best way to do this is by talking with somebody, a completely non-judgmental, independent person, who can show you your thoughts. They will be able to point out to you what your belief is, because to you it'll seem like a fact. I heard an analogy the other day, and it was, you're stuck in a box. The instructions of how to get on the box are on the outside of the box. So you need someone's help to read the instructions out so that you can then follow them. So you're stuck in the box. How to get out the box is on the outside. You need someone's help with the instructions. And I thought that was brilliant. I thought that was amazing. And that's what a life coach can do for you. Now, even if it's not, it doesn't have to be me. It doesn't have to be me, but finding someone that you can talk to who's not emotionally attached is so beneficial for our mental health. And once you're aware of your beliefs and how they're helping you or hurting you, then you get to choose what you do with them, because you can't always control or choose the thoughts that pop into your head. You don't have any control over that. But once you're aware of them, then you get to decide, then you get to control what you do with it. And I think the most powerful thing is just questioning, am I willing to consider that's not true? Just start with that. Am I willing to consider that I am clever? That I'm not clever enough isn't true. And if I didn't have that thought in that moment, how differently would my life be? Like, if you really, if you were willing to question if the sugar made you feel, am I willing to consider that sugar doesn't actually make me feel better? Okay, just start there. Am I willing to consider? And then just notice, if I didn't have that thought about sugar, would I choose to put it into my body? And on the odd occasion, you probably would, purely for the taste of it, but not multiple times a day, every day, to try and make you feel better, because it doesn't work. So the first step is awareness. And if you can't gain that awareness for yourself, then get yourself a life coach. Get yourself someone who can help you. There are some amazing life coaches out there. So if you don't like my style, go and find somebody that you do like. And talk to them and let them show you what you're creating for yourself. Because with that awareness, then you get to control. Then you get to choose, am I going to believe that thought, or actually I'm going to start learning how to think something different. I'm going to drop that belief. I really hope this helps you. Have an amazing week. If you like what you've heard and you want to know more, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Make sure your notifications are turned on so that any other lessons that I post, you'll get notified and you can benefit from. And if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch. I offer a free 1-hour consultation, and in that consultation we will look at where you currently are, we will look at where you want to be, what you want to create, and I'll be able to show you how I can help you get there. So even if you choose that life coaching isn't a path that you want to take, even if you decide, actually, I'm good, I don't want to get control of my sugar cravings or anything else in my life, that hour will be so beneficial. The awareness that you'll get and the understanding that you'll get is priceless. Have an amazing week, and I'll speak to you again next week. Bye.